Hey guys, so in this quick video, I'm going to show you a tool that I think everybody should be using, okay? It doesn't matter whether you're an animator or, you're a scientist or you're a tech support person. It doesn't matter. This is something that everybody should have on their computer because we all do repetitive things and we also do things where, you know, this particular tool can come in handy. And this tool is AutoHotKeys. AutoHotKeys is how do I describe it? It's kind of like it's an automation tool. You create scripts and you automate repetitive tasks. So let's say, for example, the easiest thing that I can think of is like if you have a specific word that you always misspell, you can set it up so that whenever you type that misspelling, it automatically fixes it for you. Uh, when you are finding yourself typing the same thing over and over again to multiple people, you can create a specific keyword where you could just type that in there, and then when the software detects that being typed, it'll automatically fill it in with however many paragraphs of text you want. That's the basic most function. Obviously, you can automate entire things, opening and closing pages, clicking on things, loading files, moving files around, and so on. So in this particular instance, I'm going to demonstrate it, how I use it with Stable Diffusion. And I use it with several other tools, okay, like Adobe Animate for running other scripts, automation scripts. With Stable Diffusion, as you can see here, this is what a typical script file looks like for, AutoHotkey. And you can download AutoHotkeys from AutoHotkey.com, I believe. Just type it in Google, you'll get to the page, download it, and once you have it running, just read the instructions, and you'll get there fast. But this is what its typical script looks like. So let's say here at the basic most level, I have the keyword SDT set up. So whenever I type in SDT, which is Stable Diffusion template, I hit space and boom, it's replaced by this template where I can now go and just replace what media I'm trying to do, the type of media specs such as the lenses that I'm using, the subject, like how many people are in there, what person is there, what are they doing, what do they look like, what are they performing, what are they doing, are they sitting, are they walking, where are they at, what scene, are they in a park, a city, whatever, and additional descriptive stuff that I want in style. So this kind of gives me a nice little way of getting a nice proper prompt set up. It just kind of guides me as to putting together a nice little solid prompt. But I've been using it for example, quite extensively for creating storyboard panels, and you can if you're not a storyboard artist, I mean, maybe you're a comic book artist or you're just a painter or whatever, in this case, I use it a lot for storyboard stuff, and I have a specific series of keywords that I use that gives me the best results for a sketch. And for that, I've tuned it in to use the keyword sketch. So if I type this here, boom, it transforms that keyword into a grayscale storyboard panel sketched in pencil. It's very specific, and it gives me exactly what I need from Stable Diffusion. So I just add in my own custom stuff of a man walking in an alley while it rains. Control Enter applies it, okay, or you could just hit the button. So let's take a look at that using the default settings. So there we go. There's a storyboard sketch in pencil that gives me pretty much what I want. Not bad, right? So this is perfectly serviceable for my work, in terms of storyboarding. It gives me exactly what I need. I use it also for retaining specific settings, okay? You can have multiple types of settings depending on whether you're creating a digital painting or you're creating, storyboard panels like I am, or comic book panels or whatever, So I almost always use it just for storyboard stuff. I have a specific wide screen aspect ratio that I use, um, and a specific seed, CF scale, all that stuff, right? Um, so if I were to just type in here settings with an S, look at that. So I already typed in the type of settings that I want, CFG scale 7, the seed that I want to use, the size is 384 by 192, all that stuff, right? So how do I actually use this? Because just having that here is not going to do anything. Um, we have to make it go here. And for that, we just click this little blue button here. Bam. So all the settings are updated, and we could just put in our regular prompt, a grayscale storyboard panel sketched in pencil of a man walking in an alleyway while it rains. And now it's going to be 384 by 192, which is kind of small, but I also did a high res fix, so it should give us almost twice the size of that. Um, Sampling steps 40, all that good stuff, okay? The seed number, all that stuff. I can anything that's on the screen, I can apply it on the settings and just click this little blue button here, which is a standard part of automatic 1111 that'll just send whatever settings it finds here and applies them onto your user interface. So now we have a widescreen version of a similar shot. And we can continue to play with the prompt to get what we want, etc. Right? So AutoHotKey will allow us to basically speed things up by giving us exactly what we need really, really fast based on our particular workflow. Okay. I can add additional flair. I have this little thing called a keyword here called flair. Um, and that flair includes certain keywords like solo, portrait, masterpiece, best quality, 4K, 8K, all that bullshit that people type. Most of this stuff is meaningless, but people seem to use it a lot, and sometimes it does help. Realistic lips, eyelashes, 0.75, full body, good hands, high resolution, master. This is a lot of fucking typing, and you don't want to be doing this all the time. So I just reduced it down to simple keyword dash dash flare. Boom. Now we have a more organic, more full prompt on top of what we actually want. I also have two negative prompts depending on what I want. I can do one or the other or both. And those should also help clean up and better enhance things. Avoid certain things that I consider negative from showing up. So I go to the negative area here. I go dash dash neg. Boom. I get a whole bunch of keywords that I almost always end up having to do over and over again. Kind of sucks. Hard to remember. So you can have different negative prompts and you can just bring them in as needed. So there's a nice little storyboard panel of a guy walking down alleyway while it rains. Okay, very non-descriptive. Obviously, you can go more description as to what you want to see, but look how much nicer it looks with the flare and the negative prompt. I can do a dash dash neg 2, which is a different negative prompt, contains different types of keywords, and it'll avoid other type of things. Um, or I can use both of them, doesn't matter. You can have macros or, I guess scripts for interiors or, I mean, locations. So here I have a nightclub, a specific nightclub that I use for a fight scene that I was working on not too long ago. So if I want to maintain the consistency of the interior of that and what's inside of it, it's all in there by way of a simple keyword. I have keywords for specific type of shots, like a wide angle shot, medium shot, and so on. Uh, the type of stuff, let's see here. I'm going to show you how to do one from scratch, okay? And this is just a simple thing. So basically, we're going to start with double colons. We're going to do something for ha. Oh, we're going to do haha. So every time I type haha, I want it to detect that I have typed haha, and it'll rename that to "You are so funny, I forgot to laugh." Okay, so just typing it into the script file, we're going to reload it by going to the little icon here and just run the script again. It'll tell us that it's already running, which is going to go ahead and replace it. No big deal. So now anytime, anywhere in the computer, it doesn't matter where I am. It doesn't have to be Stable Diffusion. I could be on a chat room somewhere. I could be on Discord, and I just go, haha, you are so funny, I forgot to laugh. It automatically replaces that with that entire phrase. So that's the easiest sample of how you can put together a quick script. Another thing you can do is like let's say you're working with you're automating the process of going from one section to another. So uh, part one, blah, but immediately after here, you're gonna have that there's a thing that you can skip to. Well, you know that by typing in tab on your keyboard, it'll take your cursor and automatically move it to the next available input field. So you can create a thing that goes, um, hello world, and then we're gonna go tab. You send a tab key. Second, there we go. And we want to apply that to keyword do it. Maybe, I don't know. Let's see what happens now. So we're going to reload the script. And I'm going to delete this. And I'm just going to type in here the word do it. Boom. So notice that not only did it type the word hello world here, it typed in the tab key, which caused it to jump to the next area, and typed in the word second area. All right. So, and this is how you start automating things like this, So, you could, if everything is consistent, of course, you can do all that. If you wanted to go backwards, obviously, Shift Tab will jump here. So if you know you're gonna go, if you're trying to get to this or this, let's get to this one. So let's see, Shift Tab. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. So if I wanted it to manipulate this field here, I would have to put in Shift Tab 22 times, and then followed by whatever number I wanted it to type in here. So that's another thing that you can do on your script. So you can control anything on the screen. You just have to know how to get to it. And that's pretty much, all you need to know for now. This should give you a rough idea of how to work with AutoHotKeys and Stable Diffusion, and for that matter, with any other program. Okay, if you suck at spelling, use AutoHotkey to have all the words that you typically misspelled and the solution to what they should be replaced as. Now, if you want to be extremely evil, if you work in an office somewhere and your coworkers don't lock their computer when they step away, one of the things we used to do at HostGator is we used to screw with people. Okay, we used to go in and put in words like whenever they type in the word yes. Um, replace it with something that says send nudes or whatever. And that'll really screw with people because they'll be typing in emails and all of a sudden they'll find themselves like typing all this obscene shit to their customers or their coworkers and stuff. And they'll learn not to leave their computers unlocked. You can use it for pranks, definitely. Um, Another thing that I use it for is, for example, make characters faster. So this is Cletus. This is one of the characters that I have trained Stable Diffusion on. So I have these are images that I used for the training, different expressions and so on. So using this, and of course this character was created in a character creator iClone. This is from my film, and I have a series of primary characters. So as I'm doing my storyboards, I can bring in a character like Cletus by just typing in dash dash Cletus. So it automatically fills in the what do they call this? The trigger word, the LoRa to use with the weight that I like, and a general description of who Cletus is, just to kind of help Stable Diffusion get it right. I mean, this should be enough, but just adding a general description would be even better. And so I could just flavor it in with, I need this to be a sketch. Boom. Of Cletus, a large muscular man wearing mohawk, blah, blah, blah. Walking in the city. And we add our flare. And we'll add our negative prompt. And yeah, we're good to go. Let's see what that looks like. No, it's gonna give us what is. I was hoping it would give me more of the city backdrop and stuff too, but because it is a storyboard panel, it is a little bit limited in what it's gonna put back there. I don't know. You can be more descriptive as to what you want, but here you can see it's Cletus. He's coming in and he's walking around. Medium shot almost. There's a hints of a night backdrop or something there. It's not bad, not bad. Um, yeah. So hopefully this gives you an idea of where you can go. Go to I believe it is at AutoHotKey. It's a free program. Let's see here. AutoHotKey.com. It's free to download, and they have a really nice documentation, very, very thorough. And they also have a community where you can basically ask questions and see all the answers and stuff for other people, for questions that other people have posted. So yeah, have fun. Use it, even if you don't use Stable Diffusion. This is something that you should have on your computer because it's going to change your life, especially if you do a lot of repetitive stuff. Bye.